got rid of the glare. We're doing great. So today's question is, what is the basis for all of ballet? And I'm here to tell you right away, it's turnout. Turnout. Turnout is the basis of all of ballet. Why is it the basis of all of ballet? It's the basis because it's the thing that's the engine that is driving every single movement that we're doing. If you start in first position, you're rotating from your legs, and that's what continuation continues to push the leg out into a tendu. The turnout continues like a spiral, because turnout is actually a spiral. Spiral. And what does a spiral do? It's constantly expanding, right? A spiral is always moving, and a spiral isn't two-dimensional. If it's three-dimensional, it's constantly pushing out. So that's what turnout is doing. It's spiraling out your leg. Now, if you even think about a plie, you're rotating so much that it causes your legs to bend. So really, what ballet is an intention of energy through turnout. So how are we intending to use our turnout is how we create literally any step in ballet. Even our port-de-bras, you're turning out from the inner part of your back. You're turning out from your spine, even though your spine can't really turn out. But the idea is that your spine is opening, the center around your spine is opening up, and that's what's creating the movement of your arms. So really everything around ballet is turn out. But here's the question, is what's deeper than the turnout? What actually are you turning out? Are you turning out, when we think about that term, are you turning out muscles? Are you turning out ballet steps? What actually are you turning out? And my answer to that is you are turning out something deep inside of you. You are turning out your expression. We'll put expression up here. The spiral is the expression, is spiraling out the expression of who you are. And so ultimately, when we think about ballet, or turning out in ballet, turnout is the turning out of your being in a certain type of way. And that's why ballet is married to life so beautifully. The art of life is because ultimately we're here on earth to turn out the expression of who we are. We wouldn't come into this body just simply to sit. I mean, that might be how you want to express how you are, but there are things that we're here to like express from the inside out. And so that's what turnout really is. We're expressing ourselves from the inside out, and we're opening ourselves up to a way of giving in such a vulnerable state that's what transforms the world. If you are vulnerable with your heart, with your gifts, which in vulnerability that isn't a scary thing, and vulnerability in the space of just willing to put it out there, if you're vulnerable in that space, that's how we transform the world, because you're coming from your heart center. And so as dancers and ballet dancers, if you are really working truly from your turnout, not that superficial bullshit stuff, but you're really working from your turnout, and you're turning your inner self out, and you're feeling how that manifests through your body and thus creates these images, you are going to be transforming audiences and their perceptions and their hearts and their minds and their feelings, because you are coming from your internal vulnerability, your vulnerability of gift, expression, and love. And love, obviously, we know is a name for many different things. Trust, patience, whatever. Love is kind, love is blah, 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 that. We all know that one. Anyway, so that's what I'm saying. So ultimately, turning out correctly is a way for us to actually turn out the expression of who we are in one of the most beautiful ways as possible. And this is the basis of ballet. The basis of all ballet is actually expression of your most beautiful, vulnerable, inner self. Write it down. Okay, and this is why we need to be mindful and thoughtful around the artists that we are training, raising, and cultivating that are in ballet schools and ballet companies, because it is the most beautiful expression of your vulnerable inner self. And that needs to be nurtured and taken care of. Does it need to be pushed sometimes? Yes. But we need to know when to push people, because if we push people when they are feeling reticent, they're not ever going to actually express themselves. That's when they go into the fake expression, which is not the true expression that transforms the hearts and minds of audience members as well as the dancer themselves.